Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Lift. This week we had a rep. We had a rep day 5x5. This is the first day. First day since I've last week was my first full day where I'm doing an exercise again. It's a different day, so this is the first uh, block basically. I did the hook and drag and the handle supination last week on Monday, and today it's on Tuesday. So I can this is the first time opportunity I'll have to base like the number that I'm going to lift off of based off of the speed day. So my speed day was 30 for handle supination. But now I can kind of base it off, I can bump it up a certain percentage based off of that. So that'll be fun. But rep days are always fun. And then we're going to do some JM presses and some pull-ups. And that's about it for today. Go for 45, 5x5. Oh, that's a good weight. That's not bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we knocked out the handle supination there, 45 pounds. Felt good. I think I might could have gone a little heavier. Maybe 50. It's just as I'm like dialing in the lifts, I'm trying to dial in the way I like to do them. And one of the things about the handle that I have, if you grab way up here, it's really unstable. I don't think I probably couldn't do 45 pounds at like way up here at the top. But if you grab down here, it's almost more of a strap. The handle doesn't come into play. So I try to grab as close to the bottom without being too high or too low. And it can kind of like, as long as your hand doesn't get pinched in the strap, because that can kind of hurt a little bit. But so just trying to find like the balance of like, do I want to put my hand here and then go the weight off of that every time and have to be more stability, which is kind of my preference. Like I want more stability when I do it, but I try to do it. I try to add a little variety. Like, yes, I want to do the same lifts every week or, week by week and get better at the lifts. But like today for the hook and drag, I'm going to use just the regular spinning handle. Normally I like to put these things, which this is just like I had like one of those like little kid not a little kid, but like one of those cheaper, smaller, more inexpensive bench press type things. It was like a little weight, and they had those little foam pads on it to do like knee raises and stuff. I just ripped it off and cut, and I'll use it for pull-ups. It's a little bit spinny, so you have to keep the cup, and it's just it basically functions as a fat grip is really what it does. But I like to put it on here for my hook and drag lift. But so it's more of a just a big cup. But my buddy, shout out to Mr. Paul Passmore. We talked about this one time, like skinnier handles versus thicker handles, and I mean, they do different things, for different people too. I mean, different styles of pulling are going to benefit from different ones. But this is going to be more harder to hold on to, and it's going to hit my cupping a little bit differently. So just a little bit of variety, but it's still the same lift. So this is what I put on there, 50, 70, and my speed day was 50. So this is 70. Yeah, that's good. Whew. Anyway, so I've got my JM press set up for rep day, and if it's on a rep day versus speed day, I just do the bar. Rep day, I like to put weight on there, and this with the band makes it a whole lot more stability. And so I'll do, lower reps, but it's more weight and more work sort of on the tendons. Or at the very least, a different kind of work. Not to say that higher volume isn't more work, but different types to get more gains. And of course, usually I'm not quite at that point, but I kind of like to do the same thing on. I would love to get like some. I have this weighted thing. It's dirty, but if it's a rep day and I do pull-ups, sometimes I like to do different sets, different volumes, as opposed to like a speed day. I might do pure volume, but pull-ups are finally getting easier again. When I first started, I was like, golly, my back was hurting. I was like, I haven't done pull-ups in ages, but they're not bad anymore. And I'm slowly upping my volume. So I think I'm up to, what is it, 6 sets of 5? And most of those, at least 4 of those sets are different grips. This one's surprisingly rough because this rope slips a little bit. So that's a fun one. But yeah, I pretty much always end with the pull-ups. And someday I might start with them. You know, like I said, I like to do just enough variety to where I'm still on my schedule focusing on the certain lifts that I want to focus on, but at the same time adding enough variety to where I'm getting some other stuff. I'm always changing it a little bit to hit something in a little different vector, a little different direction, as much as I can. So, but anyway, I'm gonna finish this up, and that's it for this week's episode.